Welcome back to Asian Twist. Last week's video got such a great response, except for Razor. So let's get political again and let Australians get involved. I'll try not to ask so many stupid questions this time. Let's get to it. The relationship between Australia and Russia.
Well, Australia and America, as everyone knows, is quite strongly allied, and America and Russia are on not so great terms at the moment.
Yep.
And everyone also knows that Russia and China are also allied, and China is the biggest support to our economy. So you can obviously see that Australians are in a really awkward situation because without China, our economy struggles. But we also rely on America so much, so it's a toughie.
I don't know a lot about it. I reckon it was probably harmed a bit when Abbott was talking about Putin recently.
What did he say?
Oh, he said he was going to shirt front him. Probably not the most diplomatic language, but at the same time, people were pretty concerned. It feels like we're a long way away. Most of the time, it feels like Russia is distant from us, and yet it's obviously a significant world power. And so I think we need to think more carefully about that relationship and, build bridges wherever that's possible. I don't know that most Australians would know much about it, I think. Yeah. So I think there's more that we could do. And I think with the rise of China in the area, people are certainly interested to know where Russia stands on a lot of stuff.
The Australian and Russian relationship, what do you think about it?
Well, we're at the moment not really tied with them because we're not on good terms due to the war going on. So
Yeah, like the kind of Cold War going on between Russia and, say, America.
Yes.
And, yep. Do you know any Russians?
no, I don't, not personally,
Do you know much about Russian culture or anything?
not at all,
No? So you've never ever met a Russian?
never.
Okay. What do you think of Vladimir Putin?
He's overall an evil person and he's a dangerous person. But
What makes him evil and dangerous? Is it just the media portrayed him as evil and dangerous here in America, or is he just like a guy trying to lead his own country?
look, you might be right, but then you look at what he did with Crimea, where he just sort of... And look, it's no different to what the United States are doing, 100%, but he is someone that seems to have... He's not guided by much of a moral compass and more guided by, I think, motivations around empire and trying to expand Russia at the expense of other people or other countries, other economies.
The Russian and Australian relationship.
Not positive, definitely not positive. I don't really know much about it, but I know that it's definitely not positive, and that because we're allied with America and their relationship is really, really not positive.
What do you know about Russia in general?
Not all that much. We don't really see that much on Australian media because they regulate it quite a fair bit. It's quite unfortunate. Like, obviously, we'd like to know a bit more, but
So you think the Australian media deliberately doesn't tell us anything about Russia?
oh, without a doubt. So they've always got their own agenda, and there's many things that happen around the globe that they'll always put their twist on.
Okay.
And so, despite
to make Russia look bad.
whether it be Russia or even with the Israelis and Palestine, that sort of thing, they'll always just show you what they want. So what suits their agenda best.
Yeah, the Australian agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they'll then just push that argument without showing the contradictory argument, which could be stronger. Oh no, I mentioned the G20 summit.
Yeah. What happened there?
So basically, Putin came here for the G20 summit, which is supposed to be somewhat peaceful, and he brought a naval fleet into the harbour.
This recently would have been the moves by the Russian government to shut down a lot of religious freedom.
What religions?
Well, I think it might have been targeted against Islam, but it's affecting a lot of non-Orthodox Christian churches and stuff as well.
Do you think in the future we'll become friends with them?
It depends. I think it all depends on America, because if America becomes friends with them, then obviously we will. But
Do you think Australia should make up their own mind though?
yeah, but we need America, so we can't really.
Interesting. Why do we need America?
Because in terms of war and things like that, we need a big power supporting us, and if we didn't have America, we wouldn't have that.
What role is Russia playing in Asia
I
at the
have
moment?
no idea. I have no idea.
I think Russia's too large to particularly worry about Australia, and we're just sort of seen as part of the conglomeration with Britain and America, I guess. They probably have more interest in occupying the Middle East, and I think their control over resources. In terms of, I guess, the manufacturing-heavy southeast region, I suppose Russia has some interest in that. I think Australia's relationship relative to Russia is very much like a little guy against a really, really big guy. That we're not going to antagonise them in any way, and Russia, as the big guy in that relationship, is perfectly happy to tolerate us so long as we don't antagonise them.